Most people fail at budgeting because they overcomplicate it. If you're bad with money, this one simple system will fix everything. No spreadsheets, no complicated math, just a pretty straightforward way to save and invest smarter. Most budgeting advice that I hear out there is just wrong. It's either way too restrictive or way too complicated. I know because I used to fail at budgeting too. But once I found a system that actually worked for me, I saved and invested over $200,000. And today, I'll show you how you can do the same. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by money, by the end of this video, you'll have a clear, actionable system that can start changing your financial future today. Here's the truth. Most people fail at budgeting because they make it way too hard on themselves. Whether it's overcomplicated systems, unrealistic restrictions, or spending hours every week tracking every single penny, it's no wonder why people quit. Now, I remember my first attempt at budgeting. I downloaded this fancy template, broke down every category imaginable, and thought I had it all figured out. But within 2 weeks, I was frustrated and off track. Why? Because it didn't fit with my life. It felt like a chore instead of an actual tool. Now, the key isn't to create the perfect budget, it's to create one that you will actually stick to. The 50-30-20 rule. My system is based on the 50-30-20 rule, and here's how it works. 50% of your income goes to your needs, like rent, utilities, groceries, whatever. 30% goes to wants and things that make life enjoyable, like dining out, hobbies, or travel. And then 20% goes into savings and investments. But here's the magic. You can tweak this based on your goals. So for example, when I was focused on building investments, I flipped it. I spent only 20% on wants and put 30% or more into savings and investments. So adjust the percentages to match your priorities. Let's just say you make $5,000 a month. That would be $2,500 a month for your needs, $1,500 a month for your wants, and $1,000 for savings and investments. It's that simple. And once you automate these allocations, you barely have to think about it. Now, managing this doesn't have to be overwhelming either. Here's a few tools I love. Mint. It's a great app for tracking expenses automatically. YNAB, you need a budget. Perfect if you want a more hands-on approach to seeing how everything goes. And then Google Sheets. If you prefer keeping things simple and manual, you can just do it yourself on Google Sheets. But just pick one that works for you and let the apps do the heavy lifting. And then one of my personal favorites is called Tiller. It's a small yearly fee and it's integrated with Google Sheets, but it auto-categorizes your expenses and your income. That way you know your P&L at the end of every single month. So you know where your money went out and how it came in and in what amounts. Once you categorize all the expenses, it's really easy to see that you spent a little bit too much money on restaurants this week or a little bit too much money on travel this month. And if you can really dial in those things that you're just spending a little too much on, it makes a massive difference. Here's another bonus tip for you guys. If you're really struggling with finding the app that works right for you, just automate your paycheck by opening 3 different bank accounts. Have a personal bank account, have a bills bank account, and have an investment bank account. And split up all of your paychecks, 50, 30, 20, into those bank accounts the day that you get paid. That way, if it's not in your personal spending account, you're not allowed to spend it. Here's the habit that makes or breaks a budget. Just regular check-ins. Weekly, you should be spending 5 to 10 minutes reviewing what you spent. Are you on track? And then monthly, adjust your budget based on any changes, like a raise, a bonus, or maybe an unexpected expense that came up. Consistency is the key though. The more often you check in, the more control you'll feel. Budgeting doesn't have to be complicated. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. The 50-30-20 rule gives you a clear structure, and with the right tools and habits, it almost runs itself. So here's what I want you to do. Try this system for the next 30 days. Track your spending, automate your savings, and just see how it feels to finally have a plan for your money. Then come back here and let me know how it worked for you in the comments. Trust me, if I could go from feeling overwhelmed to saving and investing over $200,000, so can you. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your financial future transform.